Newcastle United are well underway with their pre-season tour over in Austria, and we've had a big update on the two friendlies being played this weekend. We've also had an update from Newcastle on safe standing. It will be at St James's Park, potentially as quickly as this upcoming season. And we've had a few unhappy fans as the tickets for the Nottingham Forest game went on sale this morning and sold out pretty much straight away. Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Toon Tuesdays, your weekly roundup of Newcastle United news. I hope you guys are all having a great week and are not melting like I am right now. It is so hot at the moment, and if you are watching my videos every day at the moment, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. It's free to do so. We do this Toon Tuesdays every week. We go through all the Newcastle news, so be sure to hit that big red button. It helps me. It means you guys do not miss any future videos as well. Right then, so Newcastle are currently in Austria for their pre-season camp, and I've got to say it looks fantastic. It looks like they're staying at a hotel at the top of a hill and actually ride their bikes every day down to the pitch for training, which is just brilliant. Obviously they're there to work hard, but it looks like they've also had a chance to get a bit of free time in, a bit of bonding. We've seen them on the bikes, we've seen them playing pool. Great coverage by Newcastle, by the way. Videos, photos, I'm totally living and breathing it at the moment. We've got youngsters there like Elliot Anderson, we've got newbies there like Sven Botman, and again, I know Eddie Howe said he wanted to do things early in the window. It means we've got longer to work with the players, but it also gives a chance to the players like Botman to integrate with the side. There's a great photo of him and Joe Linton fighting over a football, so it's great to see. And as I say, they are working hard. Eddie Howe had them out there doing double sessions, and again, it's boiling here. It's not quite as hot there, but it is still warm over there, so no doubt he's really putting them through the paces. Again, we saw us win 5-1 against Gateshead, and we've got two friendlies while we're over there as well. We have got Friday the 15th, we play Munich 1860 at 1:30. And then on the Monday the 18th, we've got a game against Mainz at 3 p.m. And there is a big update regarding those two games, and it's that Newcastle have officially confirmed they will be live streamed on the Newcastle YouTube channel, which is fantastic, to be honest. I did say I was hoping we could have had that for the Gateshead game. It was behind closed doors, nothing was really shown, but great news, we can watch both of these games live on the Newcastle YouTube channel, which is fantastic, to be honest, especially when it's out there in quite a secluded location. Everyone will be able to watch these games live on YouTube, which is great. Again, glad to see them out there. It's a full 9-day trip, again, because of the refurbishments going on at the training ground right now. They are out there for quite some time. They're going to have another, 3 or 4 days of training before the game on Friday, again against 1860 Munich, who are a 3rd division German side. So I'm hoping that will be more about fitness. Again, I will imagine we see the team pretty much play two halves. We saw that against Gateshead. I'm hoping, actually, by the time we get to the Monday game against Mainz, who are, a Bundesliga side, finished 8th in their league, we might actually get a better look at more of a starting 11 look, rather than, I think, the Friday game against a lower league opposition, we will just see a flat 45 for him, 45 for him. Maybe by the Monday, we can start to see a little bit of an idea of what the first 11 could be this season. It's still very early, but you want to get those players used to playing together before we get to the season, and it's not that far away. 3 weeks now till the season starts, so as much as it feels like it's a long way away, it's actually not. But yes, the big news is that both those games will be live streamed. We will be able to watch both of those friendlies. We are finally making some progress with getting a few players out the door this summer window. Again, this is something I've spoken about quite a lot. It's obviously great to get excited about new players joining the club, but we still have far too many players. We saw Gale, Clark, Hendrick all get moved down to the under-23s. We've seen a lot of players go on this pre-season tour. There's no problem with Eddie Howe getting everyone out there seeing what they've got and then making a decision. The problem is that's just prolonging the fact that some of these players will need to move on. There's some who have got 4 goalkeepers. Obviously, there's some of the youngsters in there who might not stick with the squad. But generally, we already had too many players last season. And we're hoping to bring more in. But we are making a start. We saw Hayden leave earlier in the window. And as of today, Jeff Hendrick has joined Reading on loan. So he has now officially left the club as of today. Has been photographed wearing that Reading top. It's also rumoured that Gale is being linked with Watford or Birmingham, and it's thought that Kieran Clark could well be in Sheffield right now, undergoing a medical ahead of his move to the Championship club. So yes, those players had a bit more of an incentive to get out the door because of the fact they were not taking on the pre-season tour. And again, it sounds harsh, but I bet they were all sat at home or training with the under-23s, watching these photos coming through of everyone else away and going, okay, I need to move on. I do think if they'd maybe gone on the tour, they would have just stayed there. Like, why would they're getting a free holiday out to a lovely place with lovely scenic views. Why move on? I think it was a good idea to leave them at home, even if it was potentially harsh. It certainly worked because Hendrick's gone. It looks like Clark will be going very soon as well. And again, we are being linked with a lot of players at the minute. Strikers, wingers, midfielders. We need to clear room in the squad. So again, we actually come back from Austria, then head out to Portugal for the Benfica game. I could potentially see us. This is Eddie Howe's 9-day chance to look at Lewis, some of the youngsters, Richie, Fernandez, even Lascelles. You know, there's a group of players there. Matty Longstaff. Give them this week and a half, and then before we go back to Portugal, maybe we'll see another cluster of players left behind, and then they're the next lot who have to go and look for another team, potentially. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Just last week, it was confirmed that Premier League and Championship sides would be able to introduce safe standing in their stadiums ahead of the new season. And then just this morning, Newcastle United confirmed that St James's Park will have safe standing ahead of the new season as well. The statement reads, NUFC will install a single rail seating provision in the visitors section of St James's Park this summer. So again, this summer they're getting on with it pretty much as we speak ahead of the new season in the visitors section, which I will come on to in a minute. It then also reads, to avoid major disruption to the season ticket holders, the club will look to introduce a similar provision in a home area as early as 2023. So 2023, could that be January? Off the back of the World Cup, there's a bit of time there. We could put the seats in for the start of the new year. I think it's more likely that it'll be next season. Again, they've specifically said to avoid disruption to the season ticket holders. Really, and I've spoken about this already, I think the obvious area to put in safe standing would be the Gallagher end. A lot of people stand in that end already. It's generally the loudest part of St James's Park. To be honest, I'd like to see it in the Gallagher end and maybe somewhere in the Leazes corner, have two sides of the stadium singing. Although, to be fair, since the new owners and wore flags, St James's Park has generally been very loud. But, and the issue is, and they've mentioned it there pretty much, that the Gallagher end has probably got one of the highest percentage of season ticket holders. They can't just turn around on a sixpence and go, right, we're going to put safe standing in because of what people don't want to. And generally, because of the new owners, because of everything that's gone on recently, we'll have a lot of season ticket holders right now spread all around the ground. So they can't just pick a section of the stadium and go, right, that has no season ticket holders, we'll just put it in there. I do think if there was an area in the home end that had that ability, they may well have done it, to be honest. I think if there was an area in the East Stand or Eliza's corner that had no season tickets, I reckon they could well have just gone, right, get that going now. We don't have that, which again, it'll be very interesting to see how they work this one out going into next season. Will they put out an email request to everyone in the Gallagher or everyone in that section and say, would you be happy for safe standing? Again, safe standing, there's a rail in front, but you still have a seat. If you would like to sit down, you can still, but generally, if you want to stand, it's safe because you have the rail in front of you. So instead, they are putting it in the visitors section, which I actually spoke about again last week and said that I would love to see all stadiums do it for the away section because of the fact that everyone stands anyway, and if you have the railing, it will actually make it safer. If you're going to an away game, that's exactly what you want because everyone stands anyway. You want the railing in front, you want the atmosphere, you want to stand, you want to shout, you want to sing. For St James's Park, do we want to give that to the away fans? Yes, if every stadium in the country came to an agreement that we're all going to put it in for all the away fans, then that would be fantastic. But it's slightly unfortunate that we are doing it for the away fans, but not the home fans yet. Are we giving them an extra bit of oomph at the games where really we could maybe do with that? So that's good in a way that we want to see everyone get it in their away end, but do we want to give it to them in our away end? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. Again, if we had it in the away section and an area of the home section, then maybe that would create a bit of crossfire, make a bit more of it. Again, we've spoken about the fact that away fans are all the way up in that corner. Potentially, I would have, previous to them putting in the safe standing, because again, that's where the issues come in. There was talk about moving them down to maybe the east stand corner to get them more in sight, because then that creates a bit more back and forth with the home and the away fans. Sometimes I find because the away fans are so far away, they're sat behind me, I can't even see them all the way up there. You can often not hear them either. It doesn't create maybe as much rival chance. Maybe the away end having the safe standing is a good thing. Maybe that'll get them going. Maybe getting them going will get the home crowd going. So maybe it's a bit of a 50-50. But let me know your thoughts on safe standing in general. What do you think of the fact that we're putting it in the away end, but not the home end? And if you do go to the Newcastle games, would you like to see it in the home end, in your stand? Let me know your thoughts down below. This morning, tickets for the Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest game went on sale. The first game of the season. It's at St James's Park. It's 3 o'clock kickoff, and the tickets pretty much sold out instantly, which did create a little bit of a backlash online. Definitely some unhappy fans, and I'll give a little bit of context of what's happened here and why it's left so many fans disappointed. Now, as we know, because of the new owners, season ticket renewals went up and an unprecedented amount of people renewed their season tickets, as you would expect. That meant that only 1,000 additional season tickets went on sale. 40,000 people queued for those 1,000 season tickets. So it just shows how much people want to get to a Newcastle game right now. Following that, Newcastle released the memberships. So the memberships basically is a way to get one step ahead of general sale. Quite often what happens is when a ticket goes on sale for a cup game, it'll be given priority to season tickets and memberships. Generally, so season ticket holders can sit in their own seat, which makes sense. And memberships, because you pay a fee at the start of the season, I think it's around 35-40 quid, and that just gives you a membership, which just, again, puts you that one step ahead. Now, the tickets went on sale this morning. Now, it's not been confirmed exactly how many tickets did go on sale. It's thought to be around 5,000 potentially, which is not all the tickets. That isn't all the tickets available still for that game, which again is having people ask questions, well, why aren't all the tickets on sale? But I'll come to that again in a moment. So as I say, first of all, season ticket holders used to get the opportunity to add an extra ticket. You can't do that anymore. You get one ticket per supporter number. So I did have a quick peek at the queue. I think there was about 14,000 people waiting at the time. Again, I got on, but I couldn't buy one because I could only get one per holder number, so I got my season ticket already. I don't think it was ever confirmed how many people bought memberships for this new season, but There was screenshots of upwards of 9,000 people queuing for a membership. So once again, you'd imagine it was a pretty high number of people getting these memberships who all jumped on this morning to get their ticket for the Forest game, and again sold out within 10-15 minutes, which left a lot of members very displeased with the fact that they were pretty much buying a membership for the understanding that that put them in front of people buying tickets on general sale. Now, if they're only allowing so many tickets to be sold to members and then all of the remainder go on general sale, then have they been conned out of their 35 quid? Should they not still have priority to those general sale tickets? You could have potentially paid £35, never be early enough in the queue to get a ticket this season, and still have to fight for one in general sale every game. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. It's a very tough one. Generally, the club are going through a brand new way of life. This has just not happened before. No one knew this was going to happen. The season tickets went on sale, all got renewed. Very few were available. Barely anybody got one. They're trying to make it as fair as possible, but it's always going to be so tough to do that. Again, I would go on and buy a ticket for next to me to give to a friend. I can't do that now because I'm only allowed one ticket per supporter number. So that's why people have gone out and bought memberships to hopefully try and get that ticket a step ahead. They didn't get a season ticket. They still want to support the club. They want to go to the games. They've bought a membership and then still couldn't get a ticket. And now have to queue with everyone in the general sale. So it's possible that someone who may have never been to a game before, doesn't have a membership, could get a ticket ahead of someone who's already paid money to be a member. Let me know your thoughts down below. Again, I can see exactly why those people are unhappy. Again, there was 14,000 people queued this morning, or at least that's what I saw. And again, it wasn't all of the tickets. It's the members who are particularly unhappy about it. It's a tough situation to be in. I don't think the club quite knows how to deal with it. One thing I do know is they need to upgrade that ticket system. It takes so long to get on and queue for a ticket. Again, I don't think they've ever had more than a few hundred people, never mind 40,000 people. It literally, you get on, you have to refresh it about 9 times. But yeah, it's one of those. It is. I do feel like the people who have paid that money for a membership should be given those priority tickets, to be honest. But at the same time, that's pulling away the opportunity from people who maybe don't go to the games that often, are still Newcastle fans, want to get to games, but they don't go often enough that they feel they should buy a membership. But do you think they should buy the one? Yeah, it's a very grey area. I can see why people are unhappy, but it's one of them where it's just going to be so tough to keep people happy, because then people who don't have memberships will turn around and say, well, I didn't buy a membership. I live over here, or I work weekends. I can't get to the games very often. There's no point of me buying a membership, but I still want to go to some of the games. So what do you do for those people? Because if you give all of the tickets to memberships, it would literally just be people with memberships. Unless they had to do it that way. Unless they put a list out or a system. Yeah, there's a lot to take in there. But again, tickets are a problem. I think this problem will continue throughout the season. What I will say is that tickets are still available for the 2 friendlies at the end of this month. So if you don't have one yet, please do so. Go and grab one. And generally, yeah, I think this will be a problem throughout the whole season. So let me know your thoughts on the tickets down below. And that concludes this week's Toon Tuesday. So if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to click here and check out a little bit more of what's going on over in Austria for the pre-season camp. And if you have enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe. Daily uploads on the channel at the minute, so hit that big red button. Do not miss an upload, and it really helps the channel. It's free to do so. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.